Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist. Today I'm talking about Cinderella. Um, Dropped in 1950, based on Charles Perrault's 1697 fairy tale, the same name. It is the 12th Disney animated feature film. A lot of people look at this one as like the classic, even though that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Eh, my nose. Why is it taking me so long to review this Disney classic? You all know the tale. Pretty young thing slash professional princess in disguise is beaten and abused by her horrible stepmother and her two stepsisters. Oh, and her two stepsisters work her to the bone to their advantage. But then something magical happens. She gets a fairy godmother. Wow, just like in the Fairly Odd Parents. So Cinderella sneaks out to a ball, meets a prince, and loses her glass slipper because she needs to leave because time's not on her side this day because her fairy godmother is a bitch with OCD or some shit. Seriously, why'd she do that? Listen here, child. I'm gonna make your life awesome as fuck, but I'm gonna make you work at it, even though that's what you do day in and day out. Work, because I'm a total bitch, says fairy godmother. See that? I'm not even capitalizing her name. Fuck her bibbity bobbing ass. Well, I guess hard work pays off, huh? Then the prince finds her slipper, finds out where she lives, and fucking boom, magic. Rags to riches, my bitches. Even though the aforementioned bitch godmother was a bitch, this film is amazing. It's still amazing. I feel bad for you if you haven't seen it. That review feels very try hard. There's some funny moments in it, but just very try hard. This YouTube uh, channel is basically me reviewing myself. My eye looks kind of better, but it actually looks kind of worse too. Like it's weird. um, yeah, that's Snow White or Cinderella. I saw Snow White. It was released to theaters on February 15, 1950, receiving critical acclaim and becoming a box office success, which made it Disney's biggest hit since Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 1937 and helped reverse the studio's fortunes because I guess they weren't doing so hot. On a budget of 2.2 million, it made 182 million overall, not just at the time of release. Classic Eileen Woods. Um, she died in 2010. She was named a Disney legend in 2003. Why just in 2003? That's wild. Um, Eleanor Audley as Lady Tremaine. That's the stepmother. So evil for no reason. Just such a bitch. I'm gonna marry your dad. You lost your mom. I'm gonna marry your dad, and then I'm totally just gonna like treat you like shit after your dad dies. I'm the only person taking care of you. I said in my review that's kind of one of the jokes that I like, um, claiming that she beats her. I don't think she was beaten, but Verna Felton is the fairy godmother. Fairy godmother's cool. I don't know why I'm talking shit on fairy. You would have thought that I was like reading the villains novels by Serena Valentino because oh my god, fairy godmother is such a bitch in those books. Um, Rhoda Williams is Drizella Tremaine. Lucille Bliss as Anastasia Tremaine. She's uncredited in this film. James McDonald as Jacques, Gus, and Bruno, Cinderella's animal friends. Cinderella's mice friends, I think. Is Bruno a mouse? I know Jacques and Gus are. Louis Van Rooten as the king, the prince's short-tempered father who wants his son to get married and have children. Don Barclay as the doorman. William Edward Phipps as Prince Charming, the king's son who falls in love with Cinderella, uncredited. Um, June Foray as Lucifer, Lady Tremaine's mean-spirited cat who attempts to hunt down Jacques and Gus, uncredited. Yeah, Lucifer's cool. They had to change the name for the remake because Lucifer is the name of the devil. So Betty Lou Gerson as the narrator. It's kind of fucked up because Lucifer is a pretty sick name. I didn't even mention the mice in this review. It's so weird to me, right? If the remakes have taught me anything, it's that some of the classic things that we love about the animated versions are not necessarily needed for the remakes to work. Cinderella the remake is still probably the best remake that they had. It was the first big remake that kicked off all the new wave of remakes. So you would think like I think in hindsight people were like fuck that movie because it started this trend. You go back and you watch that movie, it's pretty good. It's not a musical, which is a you could easily rely on the nostalgia right there just by having the music within. Um, and they took away the talking mice. There's mice, and they still make dresses and shit, and the birds and stuff help out. But Jacques and Gus do not talk, and that's one of the most fun parts of the animated version. The Cinderella. That's fucking awesome. It's it still elicits a great like, oh, this is great. This is such a great feeling from me. Like when I watch this movie. But in the remake, it's not missed. I don't care that much, you know. Um, the music, I really don't. I'm not like fucking. There's not, Mulan didn't have the music in their remake, and that movie kind of suffered for it. It's some of the best fucking music ever. Um, next week I'll be talking about Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. And the week after I'll cap it off with Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time. But until then, you guys have a good one and take care.